Hey guys, I'm Jay Massey. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to talk about the idea of pricing your units just a little bit. If you've been around the channel before, you know that we invest a lot of time with our students, specifically inside of Q&As and other forums to make sure that they get their questions answered. Well, in one of our sessions, we had a student asking about pricing because they were looking at their calendar and was concerned about seeing all of those vacancies. Now, when it comes down to it, you can never cover pricing in a very short period of time, and it takes a little bit more information to get all of that done. So make sure you subscribe, give us a like, and enjoy. Jay, I am still working with pricing and the rates are so low in my area currently. I'm using Price Labs and looking at daily. I only have Super Bowl dates booked in February and the rest of the month is open. Any additional suggestions for me to apply? Yes, many suggestions is the answer, Maria. That's why I'm doing my session on Saturday. Is that Saturday? Saturday morning, is because what you just said was the challenge. When we run into our low seasons, we start freaking out like there's vacancy and what do we do and how does this work? And I'll just give you a sneak. I may have quote unquote cured my low season problem because I have got more dates booked in February profitably than I have ever seen in the entire time that I've operated this. And obviously we're not into February yet. And I'm very, very excited about it because I'm like, oh my gosh, because that's what was driving my desire to figure out what is going on. Because I don't know what's going on. I just know something's going on, but I don't know what's going on. How do I adjust to this? Because again, when the season is high, no one has any concern about pricing. When the season is low, we get very concerned. And it's like, okay, what do I do? How do I make it through? So what I did is I spent like September, October, November, December. I went back and reworked how pricing needs to go into a system that any one of us can use regardless of location so that this question goes away. Because I know we all have it, and you guys, because you keep asking me every week, and I'm like, okay, I need an answer, and I've got an answer, but in order to explain that answer, I know I need more time than we ever have in one Q&A, and that's why it's going to start at the summit. It's the first time I'm teaching it in a group format. It's the first time I'm teaching in a group format because I want all of us to be able to experience what I've been able to experience now these past, say, 45 days or so, to where I have spent I normally say I do 90 minutes a day or whatever, but now I'm spending even less time. And most of that time was on pricing, but now that has become even less of a focus, which has been great because now I can focus on some of the higher level stuff, meaning how do I add more additional services and get more revenue from each particular customer, which is going to be a question all of you guys are going to start asking me too. So I got to get that down. Maria, thanks, Jay. It's been challenging because the others in the area price ridiculously low and I provide considerably more value. Yes, I know that, Maria. And that's why this pricing thing was so important, is because we need to understand how to position ourselves properly and what to expect from the platforms. We've never talked about, well, when I go to Airbnb, this is what I expect from my Airbnb guest, and how can I influence that, and what do I do given this? Because there are certain things, here's a snippet of what I mean. There are certain things that where the quote unquote tail wags the dog. What I mean by this is, by virtue of the fact that we are using Airbnb, it screens out certain demographics of individuals. That doesn't mean it's demographics we don't want. It just means it screens out certain demographics of individuals. Let me take that into a realm that many more of you are familiar with. If, for example, I produced a podcast, which we do, but I only had it available in iTunes, not on my website, nowhere else, but only in iTunes. By default, that means every one of my listeners has an Apple device that they're using of some way, shape, or form. Well, there are ways around it. 98% of my listeners would have an Apple device. And I would submit for your acceptance that there's a significant number of users and listeners, some of you probably watching me right now, who may listen to the podcast, but don't use an Apple device. And if we did not find a way to get to a non-Apple device, we would have never met. And that same thing is happening inside the short-term rental space the way that we're doing it now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to stop that mess, because there are profitable customers in more places and we need to go get them. Okay, we need to go get them. So I'm going to make sure that you see this and understand it, so that I'm going to teach you how to fish. That's really what's going to happen. That's why it's going to take 4 hours. I'm going to teach you how to fish. Okay, because and then you'll be able to answer these discount questions and low season questions all on your own. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun talking to you guys today. I thank you for your time, your attention. Keep asking your questions, because we want to make sure that you have exactly what you need to go out there and to be the success that I already know that you are. So with that being said, it's been fun talking to you guys today. I look forward to talking to you soon. Until next time.